The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They groomed them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa.
So if you are aiding and abetting and you are acting as a fence, helping criminals, don't forget the word bandits. We're talking about criminals here. People who are abducting other people. In one of the local governments in that same Katsina state, they abducted 162 persons. In another local government, 28. In another local government, 26. In another local government, 62. And now you are saying, oh, you have collected some persons back and you have released 70 persons. We have said it again and again. This culture of giving pepper soup and jollof rice and ashwebi to bandits and terrorists should have ended with President Buhari, who was an expert in what they call rehabilitation, reconciliation, which never worked. In fact, in one state, they even arranged wives for these bandits, and yet they continue to operate. As for Katsina, I think it beggars belief. It is shocking. The Commissioner for Homeland Security and Internal Affairs in that state says that whoever is not happy with what Katsina State has done should just go to court and seek redress. I find this insolence, this bravado, I find it objectionable.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is Tuesday, the 13th day of January, 2026. I never believed that one day that Nigerian government or a state government in Nigeria will come out to tell the whole Nigerians, if you don't like it, that we are releasing terrorists who are facing terrorism trial, go to court and seek redress. That is what the Katsina state government are telling Nigerians. You know, I reported this 3 days ago that the Katsina state government are releasing 70 terrorists into the society, people who bomb churches, people who bomb mosques, people who have sent and displaced people into IDP camps. You know, they are now going to free them, equip them, put them into the society, and definitely where these people are going is just into buying from, joining the military, joining the police. So this is what they are using the principles of infiltration to do. Now, I don't know how a sensible people can continue to live in this mirage. Because as far as I'm concerned, all this pardoning of terrorists, integrating of terrorists, and the confessions of the sympathizers of these terrorists, like Gumi saying these are people, the governor of Zamfara state coming out to tell you that we know these people, we know whom they are. It's just complicity for you to understand that these people have the same ideology. This is a culture. This terrorism, these people don't call it terrorism. It is a culture. Okay? It is a culture to conquer, to wipe away culture's values of people. It is a culture to make sure they conquer Nigeria. These people don't see them as terrorists. If they see them as one, now, not because court has, look at where this thing now is interesting. Not because the court has finally sentenced these people to death or life imprisonment. They said, oh, they are pardoning them. Okay. Now, the case is in court. The bandits, by the way, I'm calling them bandits. They are ISIS. Okay. The ISIS affiliated, they are affiliated to ISIS. Now, they gave order that the government should immediately release their people who are in the detention facing trial, because they know that these people will be sentenced to death on life imprisonment. So what happened? The state government now honor these people and, you know, release these 70 people. This is the one you know. The ones you don't know, every now and then, they will go to police station, order from governor, release these terrorists. And all these people are entering into the society. And the same police are saying, the same government are saying they are fighting insecurity. CDS Musa, when he just assumed office a few weeks ago, as Honorable Minister of Defense, he said, no more peace deal. Who is obeying him? Do you now understand why I said, even though CDS becomes president, even though an angel becomes the president of Nigeria, the person will be doing his own. These people will be doing their own. This is terrible. And when I see all these things that is being discussed on national television, I feel happy, because these are the things we continue to say. And sometimes I criticize mainstream media for not always putting their mouth in all these things for people to know what is going on. So I was glad when I saw Arise News discussing this matter. I think this is what every Nigerian should know that is going on.
Katsina state government has justified its plan to facilitate the release of 70 individuals facing trial for alleged involvement in banditry, describing it as part of efforts towards consolidating peace deals with armed groups operating across the state. The state's Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Nasir Mwazu, said the decision was aimed at sustaining peace accords reached between affected communities and repentant bandits. The commissioner explained this in an interview on Saturday amid public outrage over a leaked government letter seeking judicial intervention to secure the release of the suspects currently undergoing prosecution. He said the peace agreements had resulted in the release of about 1,000 abducted persons across several communities. According to the commissioner, at least 15 local government areas were involved in the peace arrangement, which he said had led to the release of about 1,000 abductees. Mwazu likened the release of the suspects to what happens during wartime, where warring parties exchange prisoners. Now, of course, this has created a lot of conversation, a lot of debate around how this issue is being tackled. Rufai, I hand over to you.
The emergency lovers of Nigeria, when I say may Nigeria not happen to us, they will squeal like earthworm that you put salt on. But is it not shocking that a state government is the one defending bandits today, that they have a peace arrangement? So it was true that the peace tour carried out by bandits was in partnership with the state government. In fact, can you see how shamefully they are even telling us the merits of what has transpired? That, oh, the peace has led to release of 1,000 people. Then they are trying to secure judicial release for bandits. just imagine that. Whoever thought a day will come that the state governments will be trying to secure judicial release for bandits to be able to honor a peace deal? The question we should ask the Katsina state government is this the first of such peace deals? In the end, bandits, terrorists, whatever you call them, they will break it. Until we get a state that can fight the problem of insecurity to a standstill, we do not have a nation. The next thing, the representative of the government had the effrontery, the unmitigated temerity to come out to tell us that this is what happened in war-torn situations where there's a prisoner exchange. So people that were kidnapped have now become prisoners of war, right? Is that what is happening? And the state government has the effrontery to tell us that there was a prisoner exchange, that's why people were released. So we should also, in turn, go and tell the states to release the bandits. You see, when we say Nigeria is a failed state or is a failing state, you think the next thing, the representative of the government had the effrontery, the unmitigated temerity to come out to tell us that this is what happened in war-torn situations where there's a prisoner exchange. So people that were kidnapped have now become prisoners of war, right? Is that what is happening? And the state government has the effrontery to tell us that there was a prisoner exchange, that's why people were released. So we should also, in turn, go and tell the states to release the bandits. You see, when we say Nigeria is a failed state or is a failing state, you think we're joking. But these are vestiges of a failing state. A state where the leadership has no capacity, no capability, no supremacy of violence to fight out non-state actors. Is that not failure? What does section 14, subsection 2 of the Constitution says? The states must have the capacity to protect people. That's why we surrender our sovereignty. But if it is out of the generosity of bandits now that people are being protected in Katsina State, the same criminals that have killed people. Just over the weekend, we heard about killings in Kogi of our valiant servicemen. So what does the Katsina state government want an average soldier that is fighting on the battlefront to think? Because after they capture these terrorists, states like the Katsina state government can go and make a deal with them in the bid to be able to have peace. I will tell you the way it is. We are losing our country. And it is sad, if not to say we have lost. And I feel even more sad on a day closer to the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, where we are wearing the puppy today to celebrate those that have laid down their lives for this country. Those are the true heroes. And those are the people we should celebrate, not these terrorists that the state, Katsina state, is now making a deal with. It's a very sad one. Very sad one.
I think it beggars belief. It is shocking. The Commissioner for Homeland Security and Internal Affairs in that state says that whoever is not happy with what Katsina state has done should just go to court and seek redress. I find this insolence, this bravado. I find it objectionable. Nigerians are saying, look, don't give pepper soup and jollof rice to persons, who have been identified as bandits. The actual word is criminals. And then it says, well, we have been having a peace agreement with them, and they have released some kidnapped persons, abducted persons. In Dusima alone, 62 persons. In Bakari local government, up to about 125 persons. In other local government, they just turned human beings into commodities in Katsina state that can be abducted at will. And then you take them to court and you now say, okay, we have reached a peace agreement. We are going to cancel, we are going to release the bandits that are in court. And they have given us people. In Musawa local government, 28 persons. Just add up the numbers in about the 30 local governments in that particular state. And then the the minister and the commissioner for Home Affairs and Internal Security comes and tells us, if you are not happy with what we are doing in Katsina state, you can go to court and seek redress. I think this will empower the bandits. It will give them hope that if you can capture, kidnap as many people as possible, the state will come and negotiate. That, again, is a tragedy. That the state would not follow the rule of law and will say, okay, bandits are giving us back people, they too are free. Would that guarantee that they will not abduct more people in Katsina state? That's the irony.
With people online reacting with a sense of optimism and hope when it comes to the fight against terrorism, after a new video released on Sunday showed the Nigeria Police Air Force Wing attacking and killing a number of unspecified terrorists in Kogi State. And according to an official statement from Kogi State Police, they say that this joint police-military attack has yielded results, that terrorists were removed, their networks taken out, and scores neutralized. Let's watch. And in a similar vein, on Saturday, we had the Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, putting out a strong public warning saying that anyone who's seen aiding terrorists, bandits, or insurgents will be dealt with accordingly. Now, General Musa made these comments while being received as a guest of honor at the Armed Forces Remembrance Day golf tournament in Abuja. Let's see what he had to say about how a friend of a thief is still a thief.
Those bandits, criminals, insurgents, terrorists should stop, because they say the friend of a thief is a thief. For us, if we get to the battlefield and you are among them, then whatever happens to them happens to you. And it's important for those good Nigerians to provide necessary information as quickly as you see something, so the action should be taken. And the armed force is always ready to react.
But in the backdrop of all of this, we had Nigerian forces seeming to go all in the fight against terrorism. But the Katsina state government on Saturday fully defended its own decision to initiate the release of 70 people suspected to be involved in terrorism back into society. Now, according to the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Nasir Muazu, you see on your screens, the decision is all part of the peace agreement between communities and bandits that have repented across the state. So on the one hand, we have this large-scale operation between the Air Force and police to kill terrorists in Kogi. We have Musa making it clear that the federal government has a zero-tolerance policy against anyone aiding terrorists. But then you have this initiative from the Katsina state government to release repentant terrorists back into society. So Rufai, I'll start with you. How's the public supposed to reconcile all of this?
You remember Fela Kuti had a song, Confusion, breaky pony, yeah, pa, pam, 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 double wahala for daddy body and the owner for daddy body, na double wa. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
The military chief is saying, We got to kill them because, yes, we got to kill them. These people kill, they destroy lives, they maim. And you can see the efforts being spent. Do you know what it costs? I think it was the military chief that was saying it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a missile. When you fire a missile, you lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. At the same time, the state government is saying they had a peace deal with the bandits, and they had the temerity, the unmitigated temerity to write to the Judicial Commission to release bandits because they had a peace deal with them. How mad can we get in this country? In one fell swoop. So if the military chief is saying that if you're a friend to a bandit, then you are an accomplice. The Katsina state government, can we by extension say they're accomplices in this? Because we need to be able to rate them out. These are people that are causing terror. And we have seen in the past, it's not today they're signing peace deals with bandits. They don't always keep to the agreements. God knows how many peace deals they've signed. They've signed peace deals in the past, but nothing came out of it. So I would like to go in line with what the military chief has said. We should not encourage the Katsina state government. In fact, they should call the governor to order. I don't know who supported this brokering of this peace deal that the bandits had temerity to go across local governments. I think that was even the point they should have even arrested those bandits in the first place and make them face the full wrath of the law. We can't keep pampering insecurity. These are vestiges of a failed state.
Right.
Well, very quickly, I think the Katsina state government, regardless of the explanation by the Commissioner for Home Affairs and Internal Security, is guilty of the same thing that the Minister of Defense, General Musa, was talking about, aiding and abetting, which is a crime in itself, within the purview of Section 7 of the Criminal Code of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, the Minister of Defense was saying that, look, if you cooperate and you support terrorists, you are guilty and you too can be punished. Because the receiver of stolen goods under Section 247 of the Criminal Code is also a thief. So if you are aiding and abetting and you are acting as a fence, helping criminals, don't forget the word bandits. We're talking about criminals here. People who are abducting other people. In one of the local governments in that same Katsina state, they abducted 162 persons. In another local government, 28. In another local government, 26. In another local government, 62. And now you are saying, oh, you have collected some persons back and you have released 70 persons. We have said it again and again. This culture of giving pepper soup and jollof rice and ashwebi to bandits and terrorists should have ended with President Buhari, who was an expert in what they call rehabilitation, reconciliation, which never worked. In fact, in one state, they even arranged wives for these bandits, and yet they continue to operate. So the point made originally by the Minister of Defense is that you will be encouraging these terrorists by identifying themselves, by giving a fresh definition to the Stockholm Syndrome, which is the problem that they have in Katsina State. We do not accept the explanation by the commissioner that you have prisoners of war, prisoner exchange, prisoner swap. That's not the case here. You are exchanging criminals with innocent people. All those 70 persons that were released and they've been negotiated with should be facing the full wrath of the law and not asked that their cases be withdrawn from the courts. I think it beggars belief. I think it's confusing. And this is why many people say that the Nigerian governments, particularly at the state level, they don't seem to understand what is going on. The position of the federal government is that we do not negotiate with terrorists. And then in Katsina, they are negotiating with terrorists and they are beating their chest about it. Imagine the commissioner say, if you are not happy, seek redress in the court of law. What insolence.
mana oke sha take yi tana yi in na je can gaban gidan Sale ba sai a yanga ba.
Bari duk sai sun gama. Sannan ku Allah ya tsare.
Kalle na ya kare kanti ne.
Na mashin din?
Ah, na mashin. Na motar nan dai da rika ma sani. Na'am?
Ofisa, sami aiki. Allah ya tsare.
Ya yi daidai.
Ba har kana cikin tawagaga. Dogo, dogo.
Sani.
Barka da.
Bari su taka ɗan sa.
We are together. Good night. Mota ai wai akwai wanda kirga motocin gaba.
Ban kirga amma na zo yanzu ƙarshe sai na kirga shi. Baya?
Amin Allah.
Ai baran ƙara tsayawa baya. Masar ya wuce? Bisa mashin yake. Ya wuce ina ganin.
Amma shi zarauta ta ne tun da akwai wanda ya baro mota can to.
Yanzu haka? Cikin isa din? Da kaya?
Kai kuma ɗauka su kai kasa.
Kai, haji kaurin wani abu. Laina ne. Kai, ku gyara mu wuce.
The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They groomed them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa. Boko
You've
Haram.
just heard a message that echoes the cries of the oppressed and the resolve of the free. At Biafra Battle Cry TV, we stand firm in amplifying voices that challenge tyranny and defend humanity. Stay vigilant, stay united, and never stop speaking truth to power. Until next time, keep the fire of freedom burning.